All right. Here we go again. Buckle up.
You are listening to the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right. We continue on. Remember, nothing they say about anybody is ever consistent to begin with. Like the Me Too people, they have men that abuse them sexually on and off throughout their life, and they think they're the greatest people that ever exist. But if the deep state points them in the direction of an individual, then that's the worst person that ever existed, even if they're the best person that ever existed. That's the reality of the world we live in. It's that fake. Too touching an agreement. So that whole Project Artichoke, MK Ultra, MK Naomi, that's how the deep state got started. That's who they are. That's what they used to kill Jonathan Moon, Jonathan Nichols. Let's see who else. Who else we have on the list? Bob Levinson disappeared him with mind control. Now it does include witchcraft. Even if it's just quote unquote willpower. Not too bad out because it was hazy today. So it kind of took the edge off the heat. Yesterday was actually worse. At least I think it was. Kind of quiet around, but it gets quiet down here in Butler around 8 p.m. So I got the Mogan David for the sacrament. Running out there. They were blocking me from getting here. Something happened recently. Opened my front door completely so I could get here. I don't care. I don't fight it because I want to save gas money anyway. So even with the pay increase, I don't have that kind of life. I got things I got to get for the ARC. Again, it's important that I do that. It's work, actually. If the CIA was honest, they would say it is. Worked for the special activities people until you all increased killing me. I got to drop this off at the shop and have them look at the brakes. He did the work on the brakes, and it's kind of crumbly, and that's not supposed to happen. Sometimes you get rust on there and stuff, but I don't think it's that. Or even a break-in period. They beat me. I didn't figure out. I purchased the organic romaine, so they beat me. I can't afford organic romaine all the time, but well, they didn't have the other stuff, and in the head, I thought it was, they sway you, and it's just the will for money. So all of a sudden you think one thing and it's another. I thought it was regular, just to change the packaging or something. Killed quite a few people in that Walmart. I returned the owl. I told him, I said it was making clunking sounds. It was still moving, but it was making clunking sounds. And he shook it and he heard tink, tink, tink. He heard some, like piece. And he goes, well, there's a piece in there somewhere. Well, he was weirded out because I opened it on the bottom by accident. So when I handed it to him, I had the top up. So I said something to him, and he goes, I don't know. He just, I said, and he was like cutting it open. I said, I opened it from the bottom. And he said, oh, okay. Because it didn't look right for him. How do you open it? It's actually kind of light, too, for what it is. Tell me to go this way. Going this way in a long time. Over near where Trump was shot. Right, there's a deep state around here, so just having them around here will blind law enforcement if they're attacking Trump. So they do have witchcraft. That's why you have to heal each other. Take each other up, or they'll take you down. Oh, well, yeah, so I wanted to say something about, what's his name? Stephen, or Stephen, what's his name? Guy in the White House. Miller. So Haitians are valuable in that regard, but it's strategically, we got to do what we got to do, or we're never going to get forward of everything we're trying to get forward of. So again, there's a lot of individual stories, and they are what they are. We can't, because you screwed it up. The Democrats screwed it up so bad. And again, every single person that committed a crime before they committed that, every immigrant, every alien, before they committed a crime, they didn't commit a crime. So if people like 6 months ago, you said, they're good people, they got jobs, they don't have a, and next thing you know, they commit a crime. Now, some of that could be a curse, but we gotta get the numbers down right, and that's it. I mean, they were living their own economy, man. Drug money, sex trafficking, fraudsters. They weren't part of the U.S. economy. We weren't getting anywhere with them. Now, again, some of the Haitians are good workers, but again, the idea is this. All those years you didn't put in for other stuff. Even the citizens of the United States have this type of life. Well, healthcare workers, in other words, my stepfather had Alzheimer's. I had to go visit him for some reason, take him something, or visit him. I can't remember what it all was. But I go in there and he had an accident. And this Haitian dude had the patience to clean up that mess without one bit of upset or anything. Now, there's questions of whether some Haitians actually killed him in the end, but so yeah, there's good people, bad people everywhere. They may have whooped up on him They, I'm thinking, I think it was Fort Myers or something like that. But again, the ones that were in Naples when he was in Naples. Why did we move him? I can't even remember why we moved him, and he ended up in Sarasota. Maybe it wasn't a high enough facility. I don't know. But I mean, they are the home health care or the adult health care scenario. But again, I don't think you're gonna. Hey, well, I mean, you could look into that. I don't know what the secretary and secretary of DHS and the ICE guy can do, but maybe you make that the last group of people that you deport if you do deport them. Well, you could get to a point where you need to keep immigrants, and we're not there yet, obviously. But that is actually one of the few valid points that they make. But yeah, there's a ton of Haitian crime also. Commit crimes until the day they commit the crime. So 6 months ago, you wanted us to give this person special DACA or something like it, and now they're committed a violent crime. I don't know if it's drug use or what. I mean, people whacking out everywhere. I make sure people stay hydrated. They don't swim. Did you know rivers? I mean, the ocean, maybe. I just don't get it. Anything with a hoochie hatchie, I'm not swimming in. That's for sure. Might as well be the Okey Finoki. I mean, they can make them the low priority deportation. Have anything outstanding? Nah, that's the only argument that really you can't refute too much. I mean, you can patient crime, but they do a great job in taking care of the elderly and others. There's no way that Social Security could cover what they cover, without them, being who they are. They're like the backbone of Social Security, elderly stuff, elderly housing and care. So that's the one argument you can't make. But again, you could make those type of Haitians the last people to be deported, and you might not even get to them. I think I took a wrong turn, but let's see. I don't see anything to heal, which may be what the issue is also. I should be seeing things to heal. So we have to heal. Like, they build homes out here, and they're big money people, and they bring that will. Again, money is that's the issue with having a lot of here that don't understand not will in their directions. And then that may help everyone else to try to live a simple, normal life who have lesser money. So Americans have lesser money than the narcos, the sex traffickers, and who's the other ones? That's a nice area. The fraudsters. Gosh, the fraudsters had tons of money. I knew they were there, but I didn't know it was that kind of money. Like I said, I can only do so much. I can't investigate people. Remember I called it the charity mafias? Yeah, you can't muscle in either. There's another part to that one. It's racketeering. They'll shut you down. Come and harass you, bring little girls around you, and call you a pedophile. I'm serious. I think I'm on the wrong road, but maybe not. It's so beautiful in Pennsylvania. I'm sad. Like Satan's torturing me, like Eliana, Pennsylvania. My life's on the tail end, you know. I've never seen a woman more suited for me than Eliana, but you know. Again, me at age 40 would have been perfect. That's it. Satan lives up. Oh, this is the other topic they wanted me to cover. Again, there's spirits here, God's spirit, and all that. Love and thinking. And so, yeah, I'm a mess with but to be a witch and making your life a mess. I know I have to get this out of here now. Now, if I had to return to Pennsylvania, I never, my Satan kept me away. And again, Satan is also much people. Because once I came back to Pennsylvania, I never would have left. I mean, Penns would. I mean, I was suburban. Usually, a suburban thing. I think my whole family, I think we all worked for him. Steve worked for him. My first introduction to the heavy equipment, working around a backhoe. Stuff like that. Feel this guy out cutting his grass. Maybe that's why I'm out here. I probably had to yell him. Hashem's like that. He'll have me go after the one, leave the 99 and heal the one. House road's familiar, but I don't know remember which way to go. I think I don't want to go back. I don't want to end up at. Well, I could end up with Butler, couldn't I? Back up with Butler. I've never been here before. It's like Amish. This used to be an Amish farm or something. It's like a Pennsylvania Dutch farm, but I know it's not Pennsylvania Dutch now. Maybe just a rich guy that likes Pennsylvania Dutch kind of stuff back in the day. One of the industrialists. moved out this way. When the railroad started moving through. Somewhere there's a school. A sports field. Oh, it's the airport. Okay, I think I know all that. Although there's a ton of little airports. Maybe I don't. So, right. So you might say, oh, the love of my life, but you find out that you go to the afterlife, Hashem explains it to you. So again, you never know what's going to happen in the afterlife. There is no time or space. Hashem already showed that to me before. The Hare Krishna says, or that God says He can't. Physically, you can. Metaphysically, you can. Yeah, I'm on the right road, but which way? Yeah, it looks like there's a light up here. Hopefully, I'm not back up in Butler or something. Happens. I think I am. Wait a minute. Where am I? Paint this school on the side. Thank Christian Academy. You can use some paint. Oh, I know where I'm at now. That's down the road from that park. This park over here. Actually, the park's that way. It's the other way to park. Yeah, I'm just south of Butler. Oh, there it is. There's the park. Actually, I wanted to see what that was like. But I can't remember when it closed. I think it's sundown, which I could still be there, but I should. It's one of those Audubon parks with all the birds. Yeah, I think it was that guy I was supposed to heal. He was cutting his grass. He looked kind of like, when I drove by, he looked kind of, I don't know. I don't know what emotion that was, but there was some emotion going on. Using one of those dry mowers with the right and left handle. Boy, it's nice area to live in. I wish I could have found it before. Well, it was a lot of work to get up here, I didn't like drop my stuff too far from here. But when I was dropping my stuff, then I found Cranberry, and then I found over here. And as soon as I walked into these places, I was like, no way am I going anywhere else. There's no reason for that. Right. After the shit I've been in. Yeah, it wasn't too bad today. Hopefully tomorrow might be worse, but I don't know. It wasn't too bad today. I went out, I cut some grass in the morning, finished it up. I found a tight something on my calf, muscle, tendon, I don't know, ligament. And I massaged it for a while, and it seems like the leg's settling down a little bit. So it may have just been pulled out of kilter, so it was pinching something. Hopefully my deliveries for the Ark aren't destroyed. Deep State has a habit of such things. Yeah, I was going to move into a place like this, but you can't move in a place like this in Kansas, or Oklahoma. You'd be like, NEM. Although they have a few tornadoes here, it's not, I don't think it's going to find this place. A lot of trees, and it's a valley, and it could. Going to have to seed soon. I don't have to, but I'm going to seed, I guess, in a month or so. I forget what temperature it has to drop below, because this is colder weather seed. Kentucky bluegrass. And hopefully it'll choke out some of the weeds next spring. I killed some of them. I sprayed twice, one weed and feed and one weed later. And then I take the weed whacker, and if I see anything major, I just totally kill it with the weed whacker, so there's not much left, and then it usually fades away. Looks a lot better than it did when I got here. It's quiet enough. I wonder if Monica Maurice is passed on or in prison. I couldn't get her to do the right thing. I helped her move around the United States a little bit. Probably paranoia. That's what I think it was. I think she had paranoia going on at that point, but she may have been using drugs at that point too. She could have had a relapse. She lost her place because she ran after that church, and I like to believe that, based upon what she was telling me, and I don't think she was lying, because she was talking about, stuff about herself, like she was down on herself, like, you're holding back, that's why your life isn't healed. And I'm like, what? Yeah, they're watching who gets into churches, right? Bunch of scammers. All right. Now, if Eliana and I grew up together, we've been good friends at a minimum. So yeah, like Reverend Unger, he asked Steve to get us to the synagogue. Like, he didn't ask me. That's where he went. That's where he went wrong. Steve wanted to be in Goyim World for some reason. Well, it's obvious that my that nothing would work. I mean, I could look back at my life and see what it's the Goyim world. They just hate big Jews, like real big Jews, not a money Jew, a big Jew, right? Powerful. Well, as soon as remember I told you there's that Pam woman or young girl, and she was like in the '70s. She was like the Sunshine. Remember the Sunshine Girls, all tan. I mean, we were like a fifth grade or something. So get your dirty minds out of here. But I got I got her. I'm so asleep. It's weird, you know. But I got her. I got her. I gave her a card for Valentine's Day, and I also put one of those things in there. On all my Valentine's cards, I put that little bzzz thing. You know, you wind it up. I forget how you make it. I forget what you make it with, like a paper clip or something. And then when they open up the thing, it goes bzzz. So she came right over to my desk and thanked me. I'm like, "Ugh." But like I'm asleep, so like I don't know the next move, you know. I guess in fifth grade, a lot of people don't. But that's when we moved. Yeah, that was the last school year. And then we moved out to the suburbs. And it wasn't just her. There was these two other girls. I had this friend with me, Adam. His father worked for the Philadelphia Inquirer. He was a photographer. I don't remember the last name. His mother was a modern dance instructor in the '70s at one of the universities. It was a Temple. I can't even remember. And you know, he like I remember going to this production at whatever it was, YMCA or whatever, wherever it was. I can't even remember. And YWCA, whatever it was. And he did a slide presentation. Back then, you know, there's no internet. So he did a slide presentation, like behind them, you know, and there was lights and they were all doing their dance moves and the music was funky. We were just goofing around like kids, you know, we're running through the place, the back, because we had access to the back of everything, the back hallways. And then we went to this, we did went I don't know where these two girls came from, but it was I know their name. Remember the name Sherry and Cheryl. And, they were at the grandmother's house. No, he was at his grandmother's house. That's how I met that kid. And then they were. We went over there and we ended up paying spin the bottle. And when it's all said and done, they both call me. I'm like in what, fifth grade or sixth grade maybe at that point. I was in sixth grade. And they both call me and they're like, "Well, we don't like Adam." I'm trying to figure this out because they're telling me, "Okay, you're two girls, I'm one man. This is the '70s." So I was trying to get back down there again, and I don't think I could. The Goyams up in Warminster killed me. Yeah, there's a rule everywhere. Mm, probably Nazis. I probably went to school with a bunch of Nazis. Yeah, sleep, I didn't see them. So yeah, and then that was about it. Like nothing ever worked in Warminster. But I'm proud of myself because me and who was it? Oh, what was that guy's name? Generati or something. We went. Was it him? Did we went camping? Always horrible to his father. His father had like all these, like he was VA, he had all these things. Him and the mother abused the father. It's just horrible. It's just, I mean, like a lot of stuff that happened in my childhood, these people be in jail. Like they'd be in jail for the way they treated the father. Also, my father would have been in prison. They may have put my mother or in jail at least, and at least probation or something. They would have. They may have even grabbed my mother because she let it happen. Right. But we went camping up in the Catskills, I think, and we found 2 women, and he went off, of course, to have sex with one, and I just sat there and talked to him when I was with. That's all. Hashem kept me clean most of my life. They tried to destroy it. Still cleaner than all of them. Well, I had sex with a couple women I didn't marry. Well, they ran a deep state sexualization program. That's what they do, and then they get the goods on the people. Like, oh, you had some sort of sex. Meanwhile, they're out there orgying all day, but they're protected by the deep state. No planet's evil. Downright evil. Lucky to last another 100 years. This isn't the only place to be. I mean, it's no big deal. This is actually a scummy place to be, this planet. This is a scumbag of planets. Oh, I'm surprised nobody moved. Did somebody move in over there? No, nobody moved in that first house there. It's one of the. She said that the small ones were real popular because I guess I mean, it really does beat an apartment. I don't see me. I was thinking of maybe moving, but at this point, I don't see me moving this year unless something unforeseen happens. Like I get $10 million or something. You want me to move? Give me $10 million. I gotta call Fetterman's office or write an email. Well, because the VA response was BS. It was about a different claim. It's part of that claim. Oh, unless they moved it back. I have to call VA. That's what I have to do. Let's see if they officially reopened that claim. Which I think they did, I guess. Because I guess maybe they are finished. I have to call them and see if they say they reopened the claim. Then I actually have to go online and look at it. Then it's finished. Right? So we got some rains coming soon. That's going to cool it off, and then we'll go back to normal weather. I'm burning the Palo Santo and the pinon. I have to get some cedar. It's just incense. I can't do the fireplace here. I don't think they would allow a chimenea here. It actually didn't allow a chimenea where I lived last time, but it just happened. They were killing me. I feel so much better. I could have healed in a day when I was in like Amarillo and Dallas. I have no idea what they were doing to me. I can feel it. I mean, there's no way that all of a sudden, without any steroid or anything, my body just goes bloop. But again, being tight all these years messed me up. Yeah, they run the clock on your life, man, and they get paid to do it. They'll go to hell. This is really nothing. This planet is nothing. It's nowhere and it's nothing. There's no real, maybe the Lord is wanting us to work on ourselves. That doesn't happen. This is a scam planet. Now, Hashem will agree with it for a season if you're honest about it. Once you deceive the system, or once the system or not deceives, I guess a better word would be, once the system scumbags Hashem's systems that he puts here, then all bets are off. That's what's happened. They're all liars and deceivers. It's almost like science fiction, but it's metaphysics. And of course, the metaphysics and the money and all the crap allows them to do whatever they want to whoever they want. I mean, you face it, they killed presidents. They killed Kennedy physically. They killed his brother physically using PSYOP and artichoke and all that. I'm almost positive Sirhan was operated. The fact that he's a Palestinian is weird. And of course, Lee Harvey Oswald, everybody would be watching him. He just came back from the Soviet Union with a Soviet wife. Probably made him a guinea pig. That's how sick they are. Took out Nixon, psyoped him and the plumbers. Because they weren't criminals. Corruption happens everywhere in government, but they weren't real criminals. These people in the deep state are real criminals. The government job is their secondary thing. Well, stay peaceful. Praise God. No.